Well, hello, the internet, and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday, the 3rd of March. No, the 7th of March. Saturday, the 7th of March. Today, I'll be live for 93 minutes. 93. And what a week, or what a day, what a morning, what a week it's been for me on Gives a Minute. Been a very interesting week. Don't really know where to begin this, how to begin this, or to which part to jump in on at the start here. I guess we'll just go from the most recent news. First of all, the chit chat. Mindy's channel up there. She's changed her handle from Northrump MJ to Mindy's channel. I'll be watching while at work for the first 30 minutes. Hope things are looking up. She's obviously got to wrap up work, then she's on the way home. Thanks, Mindy. Cheers. I finally changed my channel name. No idea why I thought it would be so difficult. And I noticed that. I think it looks much better now. Mindy said thanks. I think YouTube let you change it once every 3 months or so. Yeah, I think that's correct. I haven't changed my channel name, but I have heard people changing their channel name quite regularly. One person we know quite well who changes their channel name on the often. Is it still cold and rainy here? Yes, it's been miserable all week here in this part of Australia. So much so that I had a friend of mine who was coming down yesterday, and well, he had other things to do as well. But he said, "Oh, what's the weather been like?" And I said, "Dude, honestly, it's been crap. Been absolutely crap the whole week. My advice would be to postpone it if you can." So yeah, him and his partner didn't come down. You know Grazler, right? You've seen Grazler on the channel. Graham Robert Jones, Grazler. Well, yeah, he decided, not to come down this week. So maybe we'll see him next week. Maybe, actually, I'll be up in Sydney anyway. So, I'll be able to catch up with him there. Michael, good morning. Morning, Michael. How do you do? Good to see you, my friend. Cheers. CR Crunch BR. Is that Crunch or CR Unch BR? Crunch BR. What's up? I'm going to put the chat up on the screen for you guys as well. Crunch BR. G'day, what's up? Brody Skelton. Hello, Brody. What's the story about the sponsor? That sucks, man. Yeah, we'll get to that as well. Multimedia. Hello there. Hello, Multimedia. Good to see you all up in the chit chat. Everyone gets a cheers when they join the YouTube stream chit chat. Good morning, Tim Ariskog. Good evening and good day, everyone. Hope you're all well. Hi, Multi. Hey, Tim. So, just before we move on to other news, and including the sponsored news, just a little update here on my my skin cancer. So I got the cancer growing here, right? And it's being treated. Now, I understand that does look pretty hideous. I get how heinous this looks, and possibly not the greatest... view to give to the internet, but this is what it's meant to look like. This is what the treatment is supposed to do. It's meant to send all of your immunity from other parts of your body and focus it on one space, in this instance, my temple. And the redness is the reaction from the skin reacting to this cream, and the scabbing up and the mucus and all that crap, that's regular. So my doctor is happy with it. I got to go and see him again at the end of this coming week. I'm on a period now where I'm doing 1 day on, 1 day off of treatment. In fact, I haven't done my treatment this morning, which is a good reminder. I'll do that during the intermission. So this is my 3rd week of treatment. The first 2 weeks was slam it every single day. Second week was every second day. So do 2 weeks of every second day, go back to the doctor, get the checkup, make sure he's cool with it. Now, he showed me he had a big one on his temple, all clear, completely gone. Nothing, like if you lift up his skin and look where his one was, it was like from here all the way down his whole head. Now it's just like normal skin. So I was concerned that this red wouldn't disappear, but he said no, check mine out, and it looks good. That's the freaking doctor as well, so. Sorry about the sponsor story, man. Multimedia. Yeah. It's not a great story. I mean, we can jump straight into that. I guess I wanted to touch a little on the CreatorCast saga, but I think we can do that a little while later on. We'll knock the sponsor story off first, because I want to ask your advice as well. So, as you might be aware, I've had a board sponsor, I've had a wax sponsor, and a wetsuit sponsor. Not the whole way through, but definitely the last, say, 4 seasons of A Wave a Day, I've had those sponsors in place. So they are what they sound like. The surfboard sponsor provides me surfboards. I was working closely with those guys to work my way through what they call their quiver. So their lineup of boards within their warehouse, from beginner through intermediate, advanced, and then professional. I'm probably never going to get there, but so that was really cool, to be able to step myself up. And so far I'd gone through the Modern Highline, and I'm currently now on the 7S Superfish, which I think I might have progressed beyond, but I don't want to be the judge of that. How about you decide? So that was all going really, really well, right? No dramas there. That's Global Surf Industries. And then Bell Surf Wax give me wax to put on the board, and Arzen with wetsuits to wear in the winter. So at that point, there hadn't been any financial contributions to help this project working. Now, my idea with this, to get it in front of more views, more eyes, my idea was to piggyback on the back of an existing content creator, someone in the surfing realm that's also vlogging, that's got a big following. Somehow I need to piggyback off that. Now, there's a couple of different ways you could go ahead and do that. In my mind, the most authentic and the most seamless way would be to be in the space where that person is, surfing their wave, and then there'll be a natural coexistence of channels. Be like, hey, that guy's vlogging. Yeah, man, I'm vlogging. I know who you are, dude. Yeah, I watch your content. In fact, I'm over here surfing your wave every day for the next month. Be nice to catch a few waves with you, man. Take care. That was my plan. So my plan was to, and you might know this guy, my plan was to go across to America, onto the East Coast, a place called New Jersey. The actual strip of land is Atlantic City, goes all the way down Ventnor City, goes even further down to Margate, then goes on to Longport. And that's the end of the actual strip of land. And at the very southern tip of that Longport area, if you look across, you're looking into another city, but in that area, on that particular point, there's a break. Now, it's pretty lousy. It's pretty damn lousy. It's called El Slamo. Now, that's a local name that Mr. Ben Gravy, he lives in the area. He lives in Margate, one of those cities between the three places I just mentioned. Not cities, little suburbs. And he surfs this break pretty regularly, right? Whenever he goes and checks it and goes out and catches a wave, and it's a pretty shitty wave, let me be honest. But what I thought, and he's just about to hit 100K on YouTube. Every time he puts out a video, 30,000, 40,000, by the end of the week, he's near 100,000 views on a video. So I was thinking, can I get in with Ben Gravy, but not by asking him, hey man, can I get a shout out? I'm an Aussie surfer. Can I come over and hang out with you? Hell no, I'm not doing that. Instead, I'll just turn up there, get an Airbnb, surf El Slamo for a month, and sure, I'm going to meet the guy in that month for like almost a guarantee that he'll turn up at some point, and he'll be like, what are you doing, man? You seriously came all the way from Australia to ride this? You got better breaks in Australia. But he wouldn't realize that I was doing it for the benefit of meeting him and sort of bumping off each channel, right? The growth from each channel growing naturally. Now, where this comes into my sponsors was that I was going to hit each one of them for a percentage of the cost of what that would cost to get me to America for a month. So obviously Global Surf Industries was my biggest sponsor. They're the biggest one that's going to have the available funding to help me. And I kind of speculated, now I may be wrong here, I'd like your advice here, but I speculated potentially we're looking at about 20K in totes for a month. If you factor in airfare, you factor in accommodation, you factor in living costs and transit, right? So airfare and city and airport shuttles and whatnot, an Uber from the airport down to, and by the way, I found a hostel about 10 kilometers right in a place, right in Ventnor City. So that's about a 10K one way. So that's a 20K trip between the backpacker hostel and the break El Slamo. And I was going to buy a shitty little push bike and cycle that every day. As long as I could stay in a private room. I'm not staying in a dorm room in a hostel. Hell no. I'll stay in a private room in a hostel, but not in a dorm room. So where does this come into my sponsors? Well, I was getting all this shit together, right? Getting the PDFs together, getting the process together, and I was about to submit this to Global Surf Industries. So I sent out a cold call, in email to my contact. You don't need to know her name, but it's a woman over at Global Surf Industries, and I said, "Oh, hey, she knew that this pitch was coming because I've been talking about this for about 12 months with her, just prepping the waters that I've got something that I want to run by you. It came down to the time when this is the point where I'm going to do this. Are you busy today? Can I call you? Can we schedule a phone call later on in the afternoon?" And I got this reply back from her after I cold called that email. She said, "Hi, Benon, I'm pretty good. Unfortunately, I have to let you know that Global Surf Industries Australia is closing down. The surf industry and retails in general is in a bit of a weird place in Australia, so we have decided to shut up shop. Thank you for being part of our business. I look forward to following your adventures." Now, let me be clear. That's after 18 years in business. Global Surf Industries Australia, 18 years in business, or 17 years it might be. Shutting up shop due to the change in the situation on the planet, right? The coronavirus, the tariffs from America, just how bad things have gotten. After this many years in business, this company shuts up the Aussie contingent. Now, don't forget, Global Surf Industries is what it sounds like. It's a global business, but the Australian contingent shuts up shop. Chris Tavulich, how you going, Chris? Good to see you, man. Can't say no to CCs. Sorry. Can't say no. Oh, you know what that is. CreatorCast is doing a stream this morning. No shit, they are doing it right when I'm live, right? Nice one, Danny. You're a beautiful man, aren't you? First of all, you'll steal my channel name, you'll steal my branding, and then you'll go live when I go live. Well done. What a great Christian man you are, Danny, huh? Beautiful. Aren't you a beautiful man? So I replied to that email thinking, this is terrible news, not mainly for me, because I've only been with this company for just under a year, hadn't even celebrated a year worth of sponsorship with Global Surf Industries. But I was thinking about this woman, she's just lost her job. So I replied with, "Oh wow, sorry to hear this news. Does that mean you are out of a job? Devastating for all concerned." And I said, "What would you say this means for the Wave a Day project and me progressing through the Global Surf Industries boards as a whole?" Ironically, my pitch to you today was to include the USA. Do you think the US counterpart would take up where Global Surf Industries AU left off? Benny Crawford, morning Benon. G'day chat, g'day Benny, how you going, man? Good to see you. Dayo and cheers. And that's when my Global Surf Industries rep replied, "Hi Benon, yes, I am out of a job, sad face. I would say unfortunately the Wave a Day project with Global Surf Industries is over. The US wouldn't be able to take this on. Let me know if you have any graphic design work or website development work you would need doing. That is what I'll be doing over the next little while." So gut-wrenching news for all involved here. Myself and my contact there. She's without a job. I'm without a sponsor. Obviously, that means I can't pitch my America idea to... I mean, I could still pitch it to Ours and Wetsuits and Bell Surf Wax, but as told, would they be able to pitch in 10K each to get me to America? I doubt it, right? Given that my videos don't get many views, right? They're not... My surf videos don't really pop off. They don't at all. It needs someone to shout that out, right? Totally. That's what it needs. Someone to say, "Hey man, there's this dude in Australia making great content, surfing every day of the month at a shitty beach. Doesn't matter what the conditions are. He gets out and gets in the water and tries to get a wave." Now, I'm not going to go over to surfing channels and start asking, "What's that channel? Trap music? Great content. Would you like to be YouTube friends?" I'm not doing that shit, right? By the way, I get that crap all the time. I've been getting like nearly 5 or 6 of those every week, at least, from different trap channels like trap dance music, trap house. Great content. Would you like to be YouTube friends? I just report each one of those. Benny, yeah, sorry to hear this news, Benon. Yeah, it's pretty devastating, Benny. I'm going to be honest. So in terms of my pitch, the pitch doesn't exist now. I can't pitch this to anybody. What I need to focus on now is going back and finding a surfboard manufacturer who wants to support me through this progression of surfing. And at some point, then we can look at taking this interstate, international. I was hoping that by the next Wave a Day, it'd be interstate at least, and then by the August edition, because I actually asked Ben Gravy just off the bat once on his channel. I said, oh, this is about a year ago. I said, what would you say the best time of the year would be to hit El Slamo? If you had to pick the premium time to surf that break. And he said, August. Absolutely August. Hit it in August. So in my mind, this was last year. I was thinking August 2020, I'm going to use my sponsors and I'm going to try to pitch this idea to get myself to El Slamo for the month of August 2020. Now that isn't going to happen now, obviously. So I need to refocus my attention, find a board sponsor. So what I want to ask the chat, Emmerich's shout out is certainly a huge push. Totally. Yeah, totally. I agree with you. But you don't want to ask for it. Like I've had people come on my channel saying, can I get a shout out? I'm like, dude, if I find your channel and I love it, I'll shout you out. Such as I did with Patrick Becomes. Remember Patrick Becomes? The Norwegian surfing guy living in Hawaii. Not Hawaii, living in Bali. Well, he's no longer surfing. He is surfing, but he's no longer creating the content. But I thought his channel was sick. So I gave him a shout out. But I'm not going to give a shout out to some kid that comes on my channel saying, hey, great content, can I get a shout out? Hell no. That's not how it works at all. But if I can somehow position myself to be around Ben Gravy, surfing his break, then there'll be a natural coexistence, a natural way that these things roll together. That's what I'm getting at. That was a fun channel. Yeah, Patrick Becomes. Yeah, it totally was. By the way, Tim, did I understand correctly, Tim? You've decided to go and watch the CreatorCast D-Live stream instead of watch my stream here. Well, that's nice to know. I know where my friends lie, don't I? The moment CreatorCast come back without me, without even informing me that they were coming back, they used my brand that they gave to me. They signed over to me. They used my brand, my branding, my channel name, and put it on D-Live. The moment they do that, you run to them, Tim. Well, that's nice of you, man. I appreciate your support, buddy. Much appreciated. I know where my friends lie. Hey. And there, Tim. So you're back here. So are you on both channels, Tim? Are you on CreatorCast and on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream? No, I'm watching you live now, not switching channels. What was your comment before? Can't say no to CCs. Can't say no to CCs. I saw Danny's comment in the CC channel live stream tomorrow morning, which is obviously timing it to coincide with my stream, right? And let's go and have a look. Let's go and see if he is live. Let's go to D-Live. Let's go to D-Live, do a search for CreatorCast. By the way, I did flag a ticket with D-Live about them imitating my channel name. Oh, they're not live. Okay. And he removed it. Look at this, folks. Look at this. Can you believe this? I just looked. They are not streaming now. Yeah, but there was a message down here. It said stream tomorrow morning. That was put in there last night. So, you know, there's so, and when they removed the replay when I was live, it's so bad. It's so sad. It's so sad that they've done this, right? Not like these were meant to be friends of mine, right? Friends of mine trying to constantly jab me. They took the branding of CreatorCast, which they've signed over to me a year ago. They all walked away from it. We don't want to do anything with. I asked many times, do you want to come back and do CreatorCast? Let's come back and do a CreatorCast episode. It's been, let's do this. Let's have a conversation. No. And then what do? They take CreatorCast. They begin a brand new channel on D-Live. They call it CreatorCast. They use the branding of CreatorCast. All of it to make me feel shit, right? To push me further down. Unbelievable. The CC reference was only in fun regarding to the ad for the corn chip CCs. You can't turn it to CCs. Yeah, but why would you put that in there, Tim? What would be the reference? Why would you put CCs in there at that point? Anyway, look, I don't care. I mean, if you want to go across and support CreatorCast, and let me just be super clear about this. I'm not saying Danny Black, Jay Boston, and Creaky, and Scotty Muir, if he ends up going with it as well, which sounds like he is. I'm not saying they can't have a group discussion channel on DLive. I'm not saying that at all. They can definitely go ahead and do that without me, like they've done in many different instances in the past. The thing they can't do is use my branding, my channel. CreatorCast is mine. They gave it to me when they left. I can show you the chain of the correspondence where they said, we don't want it, give all the possession to Gives a Minute. So they signed it all over to me, even to the point where then Mark Ensby offered to buy it off me. So he offered to buy CreatorCast YouTube content and channel off me. You know why? So they could remove things they didn't like. And here they are on DLive, creating a new channel using my content just to rub it in. Oh, we can do it on DLive. It's all, as Danny was saying in that stream yesterday, anything goes on DLive. Well, as a verified partner, man, I've got to tell you, that's not exactly true. And it's kind of my responsibility to inform you of that. So just a little heads up, not anything goes on DLive. You can't flock it. What did Jay say? You could even flop it out on here if you wanted to. Well, you can't be flopping anything out, dude. Let me tell you about it. If you hadn't mentioned CC on DLive yesterday, I would not have known about them. The CC reference was in Jest as the corn chip comes to mind every time I hear CC. Okay. Okay. When you said I can't say no to CCs, I read that as you saying, well, I'd rather go and watch their content than yours. Now, I'm a little sensitive about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little sensitive. Why would I not be? My friends are constantly trying to beat me over the head, trying to push me down, constantly push me down. They say things like on that stream, they said, oh, well, we're not doing this with any ill thought out gestures, or not. We're not trying to be mean to anybody. It's like, why would you do that then? What would be the reason that you would use CreatorCast as a brand, knowing what happened and knowing what you've done by giving that to me? Why would you use CreatorCast in that sense? The only reason you'd use it is to squash me down. It's basically, fuck you, Gives a Minute. We can do whatever we want, right? It's DLive. It's the Wild West. We can do whatever we want. Well, I submitted a ticket yesterday. I got a follow up this morning. You can't imitate a brand. You just can't. So there you go. And as we were watching on that stream yesterday, we went over to the channel, and there was it had replay 1, and I clicked the replay button. The thumbnail wouldn't load, but it still said 1. Then we refreshed the page. Then the 1 disappeared. So they were actually watching my DLive stream and removing that video so we couldn't watch it on the stream, right? We couldn't watch that video because they hid behind it and removed it on the spot because they knew that I was watching, because they were watching me. Because that's what they do. They do this sly thing in the background. They all watch and dislike. This video, this very live stream right now, probably multiple dislikes, all because of these guys. That's what they do. That's their fun. That's the way they keep pushing me down. They know that. That's why they turn off dislikes on their own channel. They don't want to see it, but they want to do it to other people. It's sad, it's depressing, it's childlike, and it just shows me the true nature of those friendships. They were not real strong friendships to begin with. Case in point, what's going on right here. Now I see how you interpreted my comment. I'm just looking at all the people that have followed. Yeah, pretty sad. Pretty sad. Benny Crawford, please calm down. Well, I think, Benny, at this point, I'm allowed to be a little bit emotional. Lost a sponsor this week. These guys have been trying to take the channel off me again, trying to create something that's not there, doing it all without me. Like, why would... If you're going to start CreatorCast and you're going to use the branding, you would think you'd ask me, right? You'd say, hey, dude, we're thinking, it's been a year. We're thinking, we saw your yearly review show that you did on DLive and on YouTube. We're thinking maybe now might be the time to restart it again. We were thinking doing it on DLive. What do you say? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not I'm not hiding from anything. If you want to have the discussion and talk about it, yeah, let's do it. My only stipulation would be that the content we put on the D Live channel should also go on the YouTube channel, because CreatorCast was a YouTube thing. So if we stream it on D Live, fine. I'll capture the video on demand and then upload that later on to the YouTube channel, so that the subscribers that are hanging there, which there's not many of, a couple of hundred, I think, at least they get the heads up that, hey, something's going on with CreatorCast, right? The platform is almost irrelevant, but the idea that we're all four of us are back doing it, that's what's important. But the fact that they've done it with just 3 people minus me, that's the miserable thing here. Taser, Urbex, I'm confused. Can you recap? Not sure what's going on. Just a quick one, man. Jay Boston, Danny Black, and Jonathan Creek started a new channel on D Live called CreatorCast. The problem there is the CreatorCast brand is owned by me. The logo, the branding, the concept is all mine. They went ahead and created a channel using my existing brand without informing me, without asking me. And the reason they did it was to make themselves look good and to push me down. Now, don't forget that Jay Boston historically, famously left CreatorCast in a huff, took all the friends with him, including Jay Boston and Creaky, including Danny Black and Creaky. And so now all 3 of those dudes have started this new channel using CreatorCast. Why would they use CreatorCast? I don't know. I speculate that they want to push me further down. They wanted me out of it. That's fine. They can start their own channel. You just can't use CreatorCast. You gave it to me. It's mine. I own that channel. You can't. And they're like, oh, we can do whatever we want on D Live. It's the Wild West. And they're talking about flopping their cock out and all these shitty jokes. And they're like, yeah, we can do whatever we want here. Well, you can't. You definitely cannot. And I'll be the first verified partner to go across and tell you that you cannot. So that's a quick recap on that situation. And yeah, I'm a little worked up from it. I'm not going to lie. Totally a little worked up. I mean, these were supposed to be friends of mine. So when you lose a friendship and it goes down the way it did, of course you get worked up. I lost a sponsor this week as well. There's that going on. So I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little pissed off. Sorry, Benny. I'm not going to calm down, dude. I'm going to let this out, man. I'm not going to hide this shit. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm going to let this out. But I appreciate you asking me to calm down, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let this out. I'm going to let it be known how I feel, that these people are not the genuine creators that they think they are. They're malicious. Their intent is to hurt, and they continually try to push me away, push me down. Continually. And they parade under this mannerism of, oh, well, we're all good, God-worshipping Christians. We're all doing the right thing. Well, they're not really, are they? They're doing the opposite. They're saying one thing and doing the other thing. And it's depressing. Adrian Banks up in the chit chat. Adrian Banks, how you going? Good to see you, man. Hey, Givers. Hey, Adrian, it's good to see you, dude. It's been a while. Been a hot minute. Benny Crawford, hey Banksy, Taser, what happened with your sponsor? Basically, just a quick recap of that. So, Global Surf Industries Australia, after 17 years in business, just shut shop. It just coincidentally happens to be that I've been with them just under a year, and things were going well, and Global Surf Industries Australia pulled the pin entirely on their entire production. Global Surf Industries will exist, but Global Surf Industries Australia gone. So my endorsement with them, the beautifulness is all over. Best to take care of it now and not let it fester. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Folks, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take pause. I want to run my surfing clip because the Wave a Day action has finished for the month, but I haven't shown you the last surfing content here on the channel. We have seen it on the D Live Daily, YouTube Weekly. So this is the super quick Wave a Day edit, which ended the Wave a Day project. And then when we come back, I want to show you a very interesting comment I got on my channel. And then what I think we should do is we should open this up to feedback, right? We should have call-ins. I'll open up the call-in line if you want to call in and have a conversation. Maybe you can help talk me off this cliff, right? Because that's what this feels like. You can help talk me down off this, or you can validate what I'm saying, or you can give your opinion on what you think's gone down. Either way, let's take pause for a moment and catch up with the last Wave a Day action from summer 2020.
Welcome back to the Super Quick Wave a Day edit. This is the last time we're gonna do this for the summer season. Let's sit down. Let's sit in the water here. Last time, a Super Quick Wave a Day edit. Last wave a day for summer. And the conditions, well, they weren't too great. I'm gonna be honest, they weren't the greatest, but it was still fun, right? Life is better when you surf, even if it's lousy. Get out there, get in the water and enjoy yourself, even if there's no waves. Whoopsie! Here comes a wave now. Oh no. Oh no! Got him! Oh. Now I've got sand all over my board. I'll get that off in a minute. But look, even though it was kind of lousy, I still had a lot of fun out there, being that it was the last day of the season. I wanted to get as many rides as possible. They were a little on the small side, but they were still fun. But, you know me, I don't want to be the judge of that, so how about for one last time, you decide!
Eye for an eye. All go blind. A man once said this.
Well, good morning, Sunday! Sunday, fun day, last day, wave a day, sad day. Okay. I'll take whatever comes through here. Be it small, big, closeouts, rides, whatever. That. I feel like I should be over there. Yes, I should.
Even sees the day. Come running, and you.
Well, there's a little right-hander. Kind of ran along for a little while. I'm stoked with that. If that's all I get here today, on the end of the season, well, that's a good thing. Of course, I want more. Come on. Please, can I have some more?
They'll walk around it. Let's do the right thing. Let's show the world so the world can see. And the mother.
Yes! Heck yeah! That was a sizable... You know what? Hold on. I always get carried away when I'm out here. That was a huge wave! Wow, that was so sick! Then I get home, and in the edit, I look at the wave and I'm like, dude, that was tiny. You're sounding like a fool. Calm down. It wasn't that big, so I'm not gonna say anything. I liked it, that's all I'll say. It was massive! What do you say? Hey, what do you say? Did I get anything decent in there today? I know, a little small, very, very small. Water conditions were beautiful. Waves were just on the slightly small side. There are some dudes that have just turned up to hit some now. I'm kind of envious because it has sort of looked like it got a little bigger. Then again, that could just be me thinking, man, get back out there. I think I'm done though. Either way, whatever I'm thinking, while I sit down here and continue to think some more, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh shit! Sorry folks. Getting the hairs out of the inside of my Kansas. They always tickle my ears, like I'm streaming and I'll be like, what's that tickling me? It's a hair in there, and I'll take that out and they'll be like that. You can't see that, can you? It's tickling my ear. Got it anyway. Hey folks, during that pre-roll or the post-roll, whatever you like to call that roll, Taser Urbex with the super chat. Chin up, bud. Things will get better. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for the 4 quid. Good to be able to say 4 quid up there in the chat. 4 quid. Thank you, man. Chin up. Things will get better. Yeah, look, it has been a pretty shitty week. I'm not going to lie. You know, the skin cancer's not going well. It's going well, but it feels hideous. Losing the sponsor, the creator cast, you know, like it's just pretty shit. I'm not going to lie. And the weather's turned crap. I went for a surf yesterday and it was terrible. And, you know, just a series of bad things have sort of befallen my way. So, but I appreciate the super chat. Much appreciated. By the way, I really dig your avatar, especially when it looks big like that. Like that's a beautiful avatar you got there. What is that? A porthole of a boat, and you're standing on the inside of it. Looks like something out of Doctor Who. Shyla Rowe.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Stay positive. Been watching all your various content for a fair few years now. Let's hope that algorithm changes to what you deserve.
Man, I was just going to get to Benny Crawford's super chat, and M. Ricks jumped in with one as well. Benny said towards some jack and dumped a $5 in the chit chat. Benny, thank you so much, my friend. Dude, thank you, man. You're a real nice guy, man. You've given me some great advice over the time, and you know, you told me to calm down before, and I declined, and you still came back and gave me a super chat. So thank you, man. You said, please calm down. And I said, no, I'm gonna let this off. And then you went, okay, have a super chat instead. So thank you, Benny. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. Adrian Banks up in the chit chat. It's nice to see Adrian Banks. I always get my timing wrong with streams. I get notifications, then by the time they start watching, they finish. Is that here on YouTube or on DLive? Did I mention, folks, I've got a DLive channel. If you're not sure what that is, I'll put a little link in the chit chat to it. Same here, Adrian. Very disappointing. DLive has been crap lately as well with notifications. I sometimes, well, not sometimes, mainly all the time, I get notifications by 3 on DLive. Like my screen will go, Nate Smokes is live, Nate Smokes is live, Nate Smokes is live. And I'll be like, is he live 3 times or is that just a multiplication error? But Emrex, your super chat, which was a 10 quitter. Holy shit, man. That's actually a fair bit of Australian dollars, right? That's a nice donation, dude. Thank you. You said stay positive. Been watching all your various content for a fair few years now. Let's hope the algorithm changes to what you deserve. Well, I appreciate those gestures, yes. And we definitely have an issue here on my channel where my content is buried. Now, I have done something. I have started using Instagram. I'll get to how I got to that in a moment. But yeah, the algorithm hates me and it buries me. So we understand that. And I've made a pledge or a pitch to everybody. Got to share my shit, you know? Like I'm not the kind of guy that's going to say, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the sub bell, subscribe, ring the bell, and hit notifications, and come back next week and tell all your mother and have a big bowl of soup. And I don't do all that shit. But if you like my content, you like it. But the Wave a Day stuff has to get in front of more eyes. So I'm asking everybody to share out the Wave a Day stuff as a minimum, right? Just share the Wave a Day. Pick your favorite Wave a Day from the month and share that shizzle. Benny's a beautiful soul. There you go. Paula up in the chit chat. G'day, Paula. Did I say g'day to you earlier? I'm not sure if I did. Hi, Charlotte. Mindy's channel, Paula. Things can only go onward and upward here from here, Ben on. Yeah, Charlotte. That's a good way to look at it too. Yeah, it can only go onwards and upwards. I was thinking about something, and maybe we can talk about this at the back end of this stream when we open up the call-in lines. But what would you think to me taking a break from YouTube, maybe a year off? So like literally from January 1, 2021 through to January 1, 2022, you don't see me at all on any social or just YouTube, and we just leave the channel dormant and then see what happens the next year. I don't know. I mean, I've been uploading daily since the beginning. So is there a thing where you go, dude, daily's not working? Obviously it's not working. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still get about between 2,000 and 3,000 views every day on YouTube. Usually earns me about $10 a day, right? If you go to the AdSense, I'm usually between $8 and $12 a day, roughly. So if I just stopped uploading entirely, would that stay that way and I'd still get those 3,000 views from, because that's all existing videos that are getting those views. But would the algorithm kick into some weird gear where it's like, he's not putting anything new, we'll keep promoting the old stuff? I don't know. I don't know. Your surfing has improved tenfold in the last 6 months. Congrats. I do believe I believe it's due to your Waiver Day project. Well done. Hey, man. Thanks, Benny. You can spot that, yeah. Here, says Paula. No, that's the inside of an abandoned beer fermentation barrel at an old brewery. Is it really? So you're laying on the bottom of it, or you're leaning over the top looking down? That's sick, man. What a cool color. Benny is amazeballs. I am your mate. Cheers. See, that's the difference, right? I'm your mate. Whereas would my other mates, my other friends, would they all run away like this, like what the Creator Cast boys have done? Hell no. Surfing has definitely improved. Will you still do a waiver day with the current happenings? See, that's the thing. I will do a waiver day again. It'll be a disappointment, but what I will do is the northern end of Culborough Beach again for the autumn edition, right? I mean, I've still got a surfboard, and don't get me wrong, I'm stoked. I've got 2 surfboards from Global Surf Industries that I didn't pay for. Arguably, they're both worth maybe $1,000 each or whatever, $900 each. They're mine. I can go surfing. Like, I'm not saying that the surfing's not going to stop. I'm just disappointed that I don't have that brand behind me to say, hey man, we think you're ready for a shortboard and we really want come up. Remember they sent me up to go and surf with Tom Carroll and Richie Lovett? Like, that's not going to happen again because of the, I could probably give Richie a call, but he'd be like, well, I don't really represent the brand anymore and neither do you, so we're not friends. He's a nice guy, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't call up Tom Carroll and say, hey man, we work together in Global Surf Industries. Can we go for a surf? Because that's a breach of that relationship, right? So what I'm saying is that all faded out because of this, and it's disappointing.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
For extra jack. Lol.
Far out, Charlotte Rose for extra jack with a $22.99. Crikey, Charlotte, that's massive. Thank you, Charlotte Rose, for extra jack. Yes, you know it. Charlotte Rose, thank you. A big bowl of soup, yeah. Paula, I'm surprised when I opened up YouTube app, you were not there as you were live. It always used to appear as I opened it. Interesting. I don't know what to say to that. YouTube is all over the place. Taser says, I think you'd be better off working on a larger, high-quality project on a once-a-month basis instead of the content every day for the waiver day. So one surfing video a month. Interesting. I had the same thoughts. I also think this. Okay. I'm standing in that thing like it's a long metal tube painted red inside. The one at the bottom is the residue of the beer. Huh. Oh, so that's on its side and you're in it and the shot's looking down it. I gotcha. By the way, I just bottled a brew this week and it's in the cupboard now waiting to secondary ferment. So in about a month from now, we'll have big fat black Irish stout. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I have found it can take around 6 months for my videos to kick in and start getting far better views. Okay. And I got to tell you, my views do come from existing content. Like I put up a really strange video. I'll show you what it was. I was looking through. I got a big folder of this. This is all crap that I've, just crap that I've collected over the years, such as, my very first Expo 88 passport from when it was up in Brisbane, old birthday cards, a naked picture of me if you want to see that shit. And in here, all of my school report cards, right? All of the how shitty I am at school. Let me just read you this one at random. This is from September 93. This is my last year at school. Days absent, 0. So I was pretty good attendance. English, mark, 57%. Mathematics, mark, 52%. Biology, 59%. These are all out of 100, these percents. Economics, 27%. Computer studies, 50%. So I was better at computers than anything else. Christian doctrine and church history, 21%. The general comments from the principal. Bennon has made some progress in his studies. He needs, however, to work to a more consistent and applied standard so that his ability may be fully realized. I look forward to a more responsible...
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
More
More wine glass.
More wine glass. Thank you, Adrian Banks, for the $8, my friend. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you very much, man. Wow. This is amazing. You guys are being very, very generous today. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. I'm going to replace that wine glass for beer, for Jack. I look forward to a more responsible effort and hence result in the next few weeks. Oh, that must have been just before school finished. Anyway, what I found with these was I had all of them, and so I put up a daily vlog where I talked about them. And the daily vlog is titled something like, I failed every subject in high school. And I get comments on that nearly every second day. Someone saying, I'm flunking out of high school, all my marks are terrible, what do I do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I went to school in 93 and I was in Australia. And there, people are like, I'm a freshman and my sophomore year. And I'm like, I don't even know what those things mean. And I'm the wrong person to ask. Did you not hear my results? I didn't have a very good school experience, and you're asking me on a video about how shitty my school experience was, what you can do to make your school experience better? I'm the wrong person to ask, but that video is popping off every day. It's kind of funny. Just a daily vlog just keeps getting views. But folks, if you do watch my DLive content, you're aware of my intro, right? Whenever someone, now on DLive, it's not called a subscribe, it's called a follow. Needs more wine glass. There you go, Charlotte Rose. What's that sticker you got there, or that GIF? Sideways emoji. So on DLive, whenever someone follows, I have a spiel where I tell them, thanks for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. You're the latest giver. In fact, I'll show it to you here. I've got it queued in right here. Let's this is an actual example of that. With an existing surfing content creator on YouTube. Wait for it. That's why I want to go and surf El Slamo. I want to eventually meet up with Ben Gravy and have a mutual tie-in that will benefit the channel. Valley Bear with the follow. Hey, Valley Bear, thanks for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Well, why would this make you a giver? Let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content. Me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. So you see how we're both givers here? This is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Thanks for the follow, Valley Bear. Thanks, Gives. No worries. So that is my follow spiel on DLive. Now, what I want to show you here, I got a very, very interesting comment on my YouTube channel. So someone had seen that stream. Now, obviously, when that happens, it's every time someone follows. So I've done that. What have I got? 1,700 followers or something? 1,700 times, basically, I've done that. And I got a big host on DLive the other night. About 124 people came in from Grimoire's channel. Beautiful streamer from, she's from Lithuania. Lithuania? I think she's from Lithuania. Eastern Europe. Yeah, Lithuania. Beautiful woman, beautiful stream, great content. And she gave me a big fat host at the end. And I was doing that spiel. Potentially I did that spiel for about 5 or 6 minutes in one go because there were so many new followers coming, and someone went across to my YouTube channel and left this comment, which I want to read for you. Now I'm going to have to just go through these ones to get to it. It's this comment here. Okay, now this went into my spam folder too, so just factor that in. This is from a channel called RHCE Envisage Server 3.3. I stumbled upon your DLive stream and channel by accident when you happened to be talking to the streamer named Grimoire. I'm not exactly the typical streamer audience, being a 40-year-old professional, but I wanted to ask, with tremendous respect, whether you are seeing any mental health professionals or therapists. It is very clear to me that your relationship to things online are causing you to separate from reality. This was very clear with your lengthy, repeated speech, every time someone followed you on DLive. You see where this is going, right? It's like an underhanded compliment, and I feel like this could have been triggered from possibly one of the Creator Cast boys with a fake account, right? Because there's obviously nothing on this channel, and it went to the spam straight away. So where it says, it is very clear to me that your relationship to things online are causing you to separate from reality. You know, I thought online was reality. I didn't think this was existing in a separate world, a separate entity. I thought online was just as real as your real life. That's the way I regard it. I don't do anything here that I wouldn't do in my real life. This is my real life, so there's that to be said. He says, you have ritualized this process so much, it even includes a built-in camera angle change. Tell me something I don't know. Thanks for noticing the built-in camera angle change. That's part of my thing. Nice of you to notice. This isn't at all normal, and in the language of a professional would be termed OCD or malignant narcissism of some kind. A camera angle is OCD? No, it's giving the viewers the other perspective of what I'm seeing. If you only have that camera, you don't get to see what I see. It's putting you in the picture. It's bringing you to me and me to you. This is a two-way street, you big dickhead. RHCE. Even when visitors on your channel said, read the names all at once, you stuck to the speech like it was a religious invocation. It is a religious invocation. It's my welcome spiel. Nobody's asking you to like it. One thing that came across is that you are a nice, genuine guy. I thought I was a narcissist. I thought I was a malignant OCD person in need of self-help and professional help. But apparently I'm not. One thing that comes to mind is that I'm a nice guy, genuine guy. I hope you take this with the concern that it is intended. Well, I think you're just a troll here, to be honest. Your behavior and beliefs are not normal. I don't know how he got any beliefs out of that. I wasn't stipulating my belief system by giving a welcome to a viewer. But if that's what you took out of it, maybe you're looking a little too deep into this. If nothing else, please ask some close friends of yours to evaluate your stream. Well, I've had that done plenty of times, and all of my close friends and fellow streamers love what I do. They love the warm welcome. They say it's the thing that makes me unique. It's the only one on DLive doing that, and that's why your channel's growing. But thanks for the concern. RHCE Envisaged Server 3.3? With a channel name like that and no content, what kind of a troll are you, dude? What agenda are you pushing? Please to evaluate your stream on your behalf to determine whether you need a mental health professional. Awesome. And then he wraps up with, I feel bad posting this. You should. You should feel bad posting this because you're an absolute troll dickhead. That's why you should feel bad about posting that. Because I'm not a critical person. You've just written 4 whole paragraphs criticizing my welcome spiel. But you're not a critical person? Ish, 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 ish. But I also see you as a likable guy. There's that backhanded compliment which Danny Black, Jay Boston, Creaky, they're all famous for. So I'm thinking it's one of these guys, right? This backhand compliment and then a forward hand jab. We've seen this pattern multiple times from these guys. But I also see you as a likable guy, and the world needs likable guys to be alive as long as possible. So now what? You're saying I'm going to die for making a welcome spiel? Shit. So the idea of saying nothing was worse than writing this. Be well, Denon, and thanks for reading. First of all, my name's not Denon, it's Benon. But that could have been put in there intentionally to prove that he doesn't know me. You know, oh, it can't be someone you know, otherwise he would have got your name right. I thought he used my name wrong twice there. I didn't see it once this time. Oh no, there it is. It says, I feel bad, the last paragraph, I feel bad posting this Denon because I'm not a critical person. Someone needs to explain hypocrisy. Yes. That's pretty funny though. Like that is a pretty funny comment to receive, right? Am I right? That's a funny comment. It would be funnier, and it would have hit me. It would have made me laugh more had the shit that's gone down recently not have taken place. Let me be clear, because I think it's one of those boys. That's what I think. I think it's Creaky with a separate account, or Danny Black and Creaky teaming up. They've probably got a new chat called, extra positive vibes, no homers allowed, no Benons, right? Did you know they had a group chat on Facebook called Positive Vibes, and I wasn't invited to it because I'm too negative. So they made a group chat with all their crew, sans Ben on, because we're going to call it Positive Vibes, and we're not going to invite Ben on into it because he's too negative. I rest my case. Who's the negative one? Someone using a fake account to go ahead and write 4 paragraphs about me, about my welcome spiel? Folks, I'm going to open up the call-in line. Now, it's... I just put a link in the chit chat to where that is. Now, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you did want to call in, hit that link. That opens up the Discord. Go to my Discord server. I'm going in there right now as well. In there is a voice channel called the Gives a Minute YouTube voice call in. I'm just opening it up now, but it takes a while usually when you're streaming to open up Discord. But that's today's link. So if you hit that, you'll go in there. And the only critical thing here is you must have a microphone and Kansas. Otherwise, if you just talk to your computer, we'll get a feedback loop of both your voice and my voice happening at the same time. So if you have the stream on, you've got to put the stream in your cans and just have your mic going. Yeah. So I'm just opening it up now. I'm in there now. So there's a voice channel called Gives a Minute YouTube calling line, and I'm in there right now. So if anyone wants to jump in there, we'll be able to see them come in. I'm in there now. You can see me there. We'll just leave that up there in case someone jumps in. You don't have to come in if you want to. I just thought if you wanted to have a conversation with me, we should open this up more regularly to have this kind of discussion. It's important for you guys to be able to talk with me. We do have the chat, obviously. The chat's there for this, but if you had something that you wanted to express that can't be said in the text form and you wanted to have the voice chat, I guess this is the time to do that. People have said you should do this more often, so we should do this. But Taser says, I wish I could jump on, but it's like 11 p.m. here. Everyone is asleep. We need to get on stream again sometime soon. Dude, I'd love to go on your stream again, dude. And yeah, I understand the time zone difference there can be tricky. I get it, yeah. Only here for a bit. My family is suffering another loss. My father-in-law passed away today. Ah, shit. That's sad to hear. Happy Canadian. Sorry about that, Jeff. Jeff, sorry to hear that, dude. RHCE, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. Yeah, Adrian, you're talking about the comment, yeah. Yeah. RHCE. RHCE, what do you reckon that could stand for? Yeah, everyone's saying sorry to Jeff. Yeah. Shit, man. You've had a rough trot, dude. Benny said the delay spins me out. I will give it a try. It is a little difficult. The delay. The only thing is, if you do call in, it's best just to kill the stream and just use Discord. Like at the time when you call in onto a stream, and I did this with Grimoire the other night when I was on her channel. It's best if you don't watch the stream, but you just shut everything away and you just have the conversation, whether it be on your, maybe you've got a set of headphones that have a microphone on it, and you put those in and you just talk in there, but don't have the stream playing because there's obviously a delay, right? When it's because I'm using Restream as well, there's like a huge delay between it going out, between Restream receiving it and Restream sending it to YouTube, then you seeing it on YouTube. So there's a huge delay there. So my advice would be to shut down anything else and just have Discord open and have a chat with me. And if you wanted to see how it came out on the stream, go back and watch the replay later on. That's what I did with my Grimoire stream the other night. 2020 hasn't been the greatest so far for the Happy Canadian. And yet he's still the Happy Canadian. That's the beauty of Jeffrey. There was another, Jeff, I think I mentioned this to you, but someone came on my channel, The Comical Canadian, right? There's a handle called The Comical Canadian. Do you happen to know that person? Or do you know of that person, The Comical Canadian? I did think that was kind of interesting that should happen. The Comical Canadian. Thank you, everyone, says Jeff. Yeah. What did your father-in-law pass away of, Jeffrey? What was the dilemma? And either way, if you don't call in, that's cool as well. We don't have to have the call in. I just thought I'd let it be there for you, and if you wanted it, it's there. But I do want to continue the conversation about the sponsors. What would you guys recommend I do? Now, we've had a recommendation here about not doing a wave a day, but doing a single project a month, like a bigger project for the month. What would you guys... I think I'm getting something. I think something's coming through to me. I was just about to say, what would you guys recommend I do? But what about this? Huh. What about if I surf every day for the month, but I don't put the videos out? I compile a best of at the end of the month and say, hey folks, I just finished surfing for the whole month of... What are we going to do? It's now March, April. I just finished surfing. What did we just do? We just did February. So March and April are off. June, I'm going to be back. March, April, May. I'm going to surf May, June, July off, and August was supposed to be America. So I'm going to surf April, February, March, April, May. So May, wait a sec. March, April, May. Yeah, I'm going to surf May. Folks, I just finished surfing the entire month of May. Here's a 15-minute video of the best waves of that month. And don't show every day. Is that what you're saying? Like to do one project a month instead of a day every single day? Happy Canadian Ben, I'm sorry to hear about your board sponsor. Not too sure about that channel. Yeah, okay, the comical Canadian, okay. They're thinking it was a blood clot. Oh, shit, dude. So he died pretty rapidly then. It happened pretty quick. Fuck, that sucks, dude. You definitely need to get into doing documentaries. Yeah, I'd agree. I like documentaries. What about a weekly video of your daily surf, Michael? So that will be 4 videos a month. Yeah? I mean, I'm open to swapping this up and changing it and seeing what works, right? Because obviously, let's go to my channel. Let's go to my channel here. Where are we going to do this? We'll go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube here. Go to Gives a Minute. Now, I'm not signed in here, so this is a fresh slate. Paulo, I was initially against your idea of going to that New Jersey beach, but after seeing the footage of the other guy, it's a very interesting location. Paulo, yeah, you've watched a bit of Ben Gravy? Taser says, I was thinking bigger like documentaries rather than surfing, but maybe find a way of incorporating a vlog style into the top of what was talking about. Okay. Benny, that could work. You could be more relaxed with editing and with time and content quality of waves. Yeah, that's true. And I'll be the first to say this. Often when I'm surfing, I come back and I'm like, man, these waves are the same as yesterday. Like I got up, I cut to the right, I hit the lip, came back down, tried to do a floater and fell off. I did that 3 times yesterday and I put one of them in. So the waves are the same. The ride is the same. Is it really that good footage? It's probably not, right? So Taser says, I got to find a topic and make a documentary on it. Not necessarily to do with surfing, just a regular, some kind of cool topic. Happy Canadian, he's been fighting cancer for many years and had a minor surgery not long ago. It was very quick and has taken us all by shock. Fuck. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Also, what people were saying on Grimoire's channel, you need to collaborate. That's what the America. That's exactly what the America would have been, right? I'll just jump off there for a second. If I could go to America, and I don't have 20K to dedicate to go to America for a month. Let me be clear about that. But if I could find a sponsor that would back me on that would send me to America to tie in with Ben Gravy, right? So there's 2 things here. The first thing is I could continue to do a wave a day projects myself. I could go down and one of the things I thought of was to go down to there's a wave pool opened up in Melbourne in Victoria. It's about 1,000 kilometers from here. I could go down there. I could hook up with those guys and say, hey, my name's Gives a Minute. I've got a channel. I do this project, a wave a day. Could you guys host me for a month at your wave pool? Now, I'm not sure if they've got a comms there or anything, but if they didn't, I could go and find an Airbnb not far from there. What I'm saying is that I could surf that wave pool every day and come back with a wave a day content every day, like I've been doing. Would that really pop the channel? Probably not. the guys that are enjoying the wave a day content would love it. You know, oh dude, you're in a wave pool now. This is sick, but it's not going to get the big pop that it needs. The other alternative is to go somewhere, situate myself, and ride a wave where I know that I'll eventually meet someone doing the similar content. In this instance, Ben Gravy. Ben Gravy's at that level where he's not a Jamie O'Brien. He doesn't have Jamie O'Brien's nearly 400,000 subs. Ben Gravy's still shy of 100,000. So he's at that level where, and I've had some chats with him. Like, he's a decent guy. Like, it wouldn't be so out of the ordinary if I turned up to El Slamo and I was surfing there, and he sees me one day, and sees me vlogging, and then maybe we don't chat or whatever. But then the next day he sees me again, and the day after and then he's like, dude, I see you here. I see you here every day. What's going on? I'm like, yeah, I came out from Australia because I watched your content and I wanted to surf your break. He'd be like, what the? You're surfing here every day? Dude, this doesn't work every day. This break doesn't break every day. And I'm like, I know, man. I've been trying to get a wave here every day for the month of August. I got a video I'm putting out on YouTube every day. He'd be scratching his head going, I live 4 blocks from here and I don't even surf it every day. I got to see these videos, man. How many days have you had that have been shit? I'll be like, all of them. It's crap. It's a crap break. And he goes, I know it's a crap break. It only works when it's 7 feet and 30 and 12 seconds, and it's got to be a north or a south, whatever the swell conditions are. But I think that in itself would get the attention of Ben Gravy, where he'd be like, dude, there's this nutter come from Australia, set up here in an Airbnb, surfing El Slamo every day for the month of August. Is this a nut, or is this cool? And make a Instagram post, and then suddenly I get the love from him. And that would be a wave a day with a pop. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, I wasn't banking on losing a sponsor before I literally went to pitch this, and the sponsor disappeared that day. It's like, oh, I got bad news for you. Global Surf Industries Australia is over. So I don't have 20K to dedicate to this. Not at all. Not at all. I don't even have a sponsor to hit up. Is Ben Gravy a full-time YouTuber? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Collaborate a few times and you would end up with a massive increase in subscribers and daily views, and they would be coming from a similar interests. Exactly. Taser, yeah, but maybe have like a vlog showing bits, but have an overarching topic that ties the videos together. That way you can incorporate stuff as you do as a thought-provoking topic. Yeah. If you could give me an idea of what that topic would be. That's like Homer has that dream, right? Homer had a dream where he created a widget and he made millions of dollars. And in the dream, he's like, if I could just see what that thing was. And some guy at an awards ceremony, and you see this thing in Homer's hand, and then the hand goes in front of it. It's like, if I could just get a glimpse of what that thing was, would be good. So, Taser, I appreciate your gestures, but if I could just get a glimpse of what the topic would be. Hendrik, I have a spare room. You could stay here. I mean, I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. I mean, look, you were homeless nearly 3 or 4 months ago, and now you're offering me a room? That's beauty, man. The only catch there is that the wave pool's at Tullamarine, so I'd be situated out there for the whole month. But I appreciate you, man. Next week I start Deutsch B2, Hendrik. Okay. Michael, if I may make other suggestions, vary the music. It gets very repetitive to hear the same song every day, and vary the editing of shots so the viewer doesn't just see you ride the same wave twice. Interesting, Michael. Interesting. So, if I may make other suggestions, vary the music. So change the music up. I like the music's the same the whole month through, and I've had plenty of people say, we want the same music the whole month, but I'm hearing you. And vary the editing of shots so the viewer doesn't just see you ride the same wave twice. So that's a really interesting point, because as a skateboarder, my history, it's always important to see multiple angles of a thing. So if someone does like a 12-stair ollie and the camera is from the guy behind the skater, the stairs don't look very big. But if the camera is from the bottom of the stairs, you see the first take, then you see the second angle. It's like, shit, man, that was a big 12 set, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it looks visually different from a different angle. And so when I'm surfing, because I've got the multiple angles, the reason I cut to the beach camera is because if I take off on what I regarded as being a pretty nice wave, it's like, well, was that actually a nice wave? Because it looked good from that mouth point of view, but then from the beach, it looks like a 2-foot wave. So it's important, I think. But if I'm hearing correctly, don't do that. I wish I could send you the money to help with that project, man. That would be awesome. Happy Canadian. Well, I appreciate that too, Happy Canadian. And I did think about opening up a Kickstarter, but then again, I thought at this point, like it's time sensitive, right? It's time sensitive in the sense that I need to be locking this shit together now. And that was literally why this week I was pitching to Global Surf Industries, because I want to be in America for the whole month of August, and it's now March. I need to get that shit done now. A Kickstarter, arguably I could start it, and by the end of April, I still would only have very little amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I think what I got to do now, and maybe I'm wrong here, I think what I've got to do now is go hardcore for a board sponsor and pitch the idea to them immediately, but say, hey, I want to do a wave a day May and prove to you that this a wave a day thing can work. And then as that's rolling, can we start organizing August? I don't think it's going to happen now. I feel like I'm too far behind now. I already had all that. Like, Global Surf Industries believed in me. They were sending me boards out. They were promoting me. They were putting me on their newsletters. They were behind the project. It's such a bad time, right? From a selfish point of view, it's such bad timing that they closed up shop now. They could close up shop at the end of this financial year and I'd be sweet, right? They could close up shop at the end of this calendar year. It's just, it is what it is, right? You could maybe get free flights in exchange for a vlog on your airline journey. There are tons of videos like that. I mean, yeah, Paula, that's a good point. I like the raw sounds, the ocean and the board interacting. Some of that could be good too, just a suggestion. So kill some of the music in there. Okay. I'm hearing swap the music out. So maybe don't use the same song the whole month. And don't use so much music, and don't do so many multiple camera angles. Taser, while topic would change each month, like you have a topic for the stream sometimes, you find something you want to talk about, base the video around that topic, break it up with stuff you did in the month. Interesting. Michael, I agree with you, but just show the best shot, not both shots. Okay. I'm taking a screenshot of that, man. I'm taking a screenshot of Michael's comment. If I make a suggestion, vary the music. Take a screenshot of that. I'm taking a screenshot of Benny with I like the raw ocean sounds. Got a screenshot of that. I'm taking a screenshot of Michael. I agree, but maybe show the best shot, not both. I'm taking a screenshot of that. I would also suggest mixing in the location sound, Michael says. So that's, yep, kill the music and get more location sounds. Your breathing low in the mix would be worth trying. It really puts the viewer in the setting. I'm taking a screenshot of that. These are all great ideas, folks. You mean this is a two-way street? This is awesome, folks. Paula says, I like the consistency of the same song. And I got to agree, I do as well. And the reason I like the consistency of that is because when you're pumping out a daily video, it's very easy to use the same template every day and just alter the fade handles. So for me to grab a separate song every day, it sounds crazy, but it adds an extra 25 minutes to the edit. And realistically, that's 25 minutes I don't have. But if I wasn't doing a wave every day, if I was just doing a wave every week, that would only be 4 videos for the month. So a wave a day May would just be 4 videos. I don't like that idea though. I like doing a daily wave. Why don't you make an edit for the whole month of February? It's still topical. Oh, Mark Mindy's channel. Thank you, Mindy. The rear view is stuck. It's not live. Oh, that does happen from time to time. You know what that is? That's a classic. That's not even live. That's from the beginning of the stream. That's a classic. Has that been that way the whole time? I'm just turning that off. That is a classic. That is so funny. That's really, really strange because did it... I'll have to go back and have a look at that, but did it... No, it's still there. Look. Classic. That's from not even... That's way before I began... What shorts have I got on there? No, that's from today. Yeah, no, that's the YouTube stream. You can see that there's the YouTube... That's really funny. Sorry about that, folks. Has it been that way the whole time? Has that been literally that way the whole time? Coast Trips. Hey, Coast Trips up in the chit chat. G'day, Coast Trips. Good to see you, a fellow creator here on the south coast of New South Wales. Man, we should collab. We should collab. I think combine the music with location sounds too. Maybe even make a week's best waves video. I got to admit, I miss doing vlog stuff. I like the surfing, but I like seeing what else you get up to. X tag on. I love the daily wave. Yeah, I'd be upset not doing the daily wave. That's still doing that. Let's let me just see if I can refresh this. That's a classic. That is really, really funny. Like I didn't even notice it. That's what's funny about that. Yeah, it's not going to work today. Sometimes it doesn't work, eh? That's so funny. And Mindy said I wasn't going to tell you because I liked it better that way. It's been that way the whole time? That's a classic. Folks, what we were going to do... sorry, I'll just reading up again. Yeah, I was just catching up. A long ASMR video of just the surf would be nice. ASMR? Nah, not doing ASMR. Interesting. Let's just go across here. What I was going to show you is how badly these videos rank on my channel. So this is Gives a Minute channel. So if we go down to a wave a day. So this is the first of the wave a day projects for the month of February. 260 views. So that's a month ago. That needs to be at least 2,000 views, realistically. 198 views, 120, 274, 100, 223, 257, 230, 182, 113, 230, 182, 113, 160. So as you can see, this is not working. This content's not working, right? It's cool content. The people that like it a lot. They love it. Hasten to say, they enjoy it. Let's not go overboard. They enjoy it a lot. It's not working on YouTube though. It's just not working. I mean, I've done this now for how many seasons? How many seasons have I done a wave a day for? 6, and they all get around about these kind of views. That's what I was going to say. Why don't you make an edit for the whole month of February? It's still topical, and I will do that. I did that right here. I surfed the same break every day in October for 2019. I did that, and that's got 361 views. So that video there is what you're asking me to do, Hendrik, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a wrap-up video. But what I'm saying is, if that video only gets 360 views, is that worth doing? You know what I'm saying? You could come to the States in August and hang out with me on my adventure, which would include San Diego. And we did watch that link you put in the D Live, Mindy, and that was good. That place looks rad. I could definitely hit that break. The thing is, great vlog stuff for 2 weeks. If I was going to spend the money to go to America, I'd have to go to El Slamo. I couldn't go anywhere else at this point in the channel history. The channel history. I couldn't go anywhere else. I'd have to go and test this Ben Gravy thing. It's because, okay, very, very good point, Taser. It's because YouTube shifting towards more long-form content. People want to see 15 minutes and up. Let me just see
full of activity.
How long?
Healthy.
Let me just see how long this video is actually goes for. I think it goes for about that. Yeah, 18 minutes. Okay, so let's just watch a little bit of this. Just to give you an idea of what I've done here. Hello, the internet. It is Friday, the 8th of November, 2019. Wow! I came down here to Crookhaven Heads to once again escape the westerly. You see it blowing out over the ocean right there. Escape that westerly wind. It's just tucking over the top. Unfortunately, what I didn't factor in was the summer flies. How many freaking flies are attacking me right now? What's going on here? I'm gonna sit up here, get a better view. It's beautiful down here, except for these flies, but this is part of the summer Australia. However, it's still spring. These flies have hatched early, and I gotta persist with it. It's beautiful down here, minus the flies. Now, what I came down here for today, the waves of spring, right? My best waves of spring. Now, I've just surfed the entire month of October. That's the middle month of spring in Australia. If you didn't catch that surfing action, every single day I made a vlog, and I'll put a little link up here to the playlist of that wave a day for the whole month. Get out of here, get them out of here. But what I wanna do here today is walk you through the best of those waves. So one or two waves per day. These are the best ones that I thought. So let's begin at the start. What a great place to begin. The season began with a full tide, like a high tide. And unfortunately, the waves were pretty difficult, but I managed to pump on one and... Without watching that whole thing, you get the idea, right? So I'd like to do that again for the next month, for the February that's just gone by, and I will do it. Interesting point Taser made. It's because YouTube is a shift more towards long form content. People want to see 15 minutes and up. So here's what I was thinking. I should make daily wave content for the month of May, but each video should be over the 12-minute mark. Now, at the moment, each video is around about, if we go back to my channel, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. That one's 10 minutes. 7, 8, 7, 7, 8. So what do you say about that? If I went back and did a wave a day May, every single day with these changes, with the music and the one camera angle, but I did it at least for 12 minutes. That way YouTube would favor it more. This would be a good test for the month, right? Will YouTube promote that more because it's longer form? Benny says, it's working. Your surfing is improving. The more you improve, the more enjoyment you'll experience for your effort. Yeah, Benny, you've made that comment once before. I think it was on D-Live. And I don't disagree with you. I completely agree with what you're saying. But the thing is, I do this for a living. So this is my full-time gig. So at some point, if I want to use this to gain something, I need to be able to prove to somebody that this is working. So when I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about is approaching a sponsor. Even though I'm getting enjoyment out of it and my surfing's getting better and I love it, I'm going to go out after this, by the way. Even though that's happening, if I want to pitch like this America trip to a sponsor, doesn't matter how much enjoyment I get out of it. If the videos only get 260, 198, 120, 274, 100, if that's all the views they're getting, the potential sponsor's going to say, well, we don't care how much you enjoy it and how much your surfing's getting better. The views aren't there, so we're not going to back it. That's what I'm saying. Like I've got to get more eyes on this content, and I'll do whatever it takes, except steal someone else's content to get that happening. I will not make a Rosie video unless Rosie comes to me in the ocean. Maybe that's what I freaking need, right? Rosie, is Rosie alive? You better damn well believe she's alive. She's just gone right past me. Shit, let's get out of here, Rosie. I'm riding this wave. Watch out, Jay, I'm riding this wave. Get off my wave. This is mine. David Pretty Bread, hey, give us hi, Ben, and sorry for being late. Don't worry about it, man. You're good. That's all cool. Appreciate you being here, man. Good to see you. Up in the chat there, folks, David was the winner of the Siak Unica full-face snorkel mask. He's up there in Ireland. Nice to see you, David. Urbex, yes, but I think you'd be better to vary it to, so you include other things. You did it for the month too. 15 minutes of one thing might make your viewer retention hurt. But if it's for the Wave a Day project, see, that's the thing. The Wave a Day project, these videos here, this would be a playlist, a Wave a Day, Culburra Beach, Autumn Edition 2020, and then every video in here would just be surfing, because people that come to the channel just for the surfing content only want to see the surfing content. I'm talking about satisfaction in life, experiencing the full presence of experience. Money has little to do with this when you are in the moment of enjoyment and fun. Yeah, but if I can't sustain this, I've got to go and get an office job, right? I've got to go and get a full-time photography gig or a graphic design gig, and then all the surfing disappears. I don't understand what you're saying. Hi David, Mindy's channel. Three of a kind. What is the story or reason for your channel name? Why Gives a Minute? I'm an occasional watcher of your channel, so I wasn't sure. The idea was that at the beginning of my channel, I was going to give you a minute every time I made content. So it's a stupid idea. The idea was that the first content I make would be 1 minute long. Then whatever the next content would be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I give you a minute. Thankfully, a friend of mine told me at the time, I got to 25 minutes and my friend said, that's the stupidest idea ever. Fast forward 4 years, what are you going to do? You're going to be making 1 hour and 28-minute vlogs? You know, it's not going to work, dude. So I stopped the idea, and now the idea is that we're all givers. So you're giving me your time to consume the content. I give you my time to create the content. You can give me a minute of your time. You can give me 10 minutes of your time. You can give me 15 minutes. You can give me your time on a live stream. The idea is the transaction. So we're all giving each other. I'm physically giving you my time to create the content. You're giving me your time to consume the content. This is a two-way street. That's the concept of giving here. Unfortunately, sometimes a lot of creators just do the give and they don't expect, or they don't really understand that it's a two-way relationship. You know, you've got to be able to receive from the audience, and you got to be able to give to your audience. And that's why a live chat is super important. The live chat definitely makes this thing a very cool two-way street. I like your little handle though there. How did it get so small? Three of a kind. Get in the tank and ride Rosie, Paula. Include a wave a day, sure, but I think you should break the video up with other bits. 15 minutes of amazing explosions would still get boring. Space it out. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm not listening. I am listening. All I'm saying is, if someone and now I'm using Instagram. By the way, did I mention I'm using Instagram? I'm putting little 20-second teasers. I've only done one so far. 20-second teaser on the Gives a Minute Instagram, which then links back to the full video. If someone clicks on that for surfing content and they find, you know, there's a bit of home brew in there or something, or a bit of a daily vlog at the bench talking about my skin cancer, they'll be like, although, see, the more I process this, the more I think of it, the more it gives a overall perspective of who I am, right? Like it presents more of a pattern of who I am. But what could that content be on the daily? If I'm doing a surfing video that's going to go for 12 to 13 minutes every day, do I just make the content longer form by doing less cuts and talking longer? Or do I make the content longer by adding splices of other things into that? But then I've got my daily vlog, my daily live stream, my wave a day, and content slid into the wave a day. Can you link your Insta for the givers? It's in the description of this live stream, Hendrik, but it is Gives a Minute if you wanted to search for it. Bill Forrester. G'day, Bill. How you going, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. I only found you recently, but love the wave a day. Keep at it. Why not focus on a skill and develop it over a week to show progression times 4 over a month? Link the skills over the month. That's a very good idea, Bill. When you say a skill, do you mean a particular maneuver in the wave, such as a floater? I've always been trying to get barreled, but that factors in good conditions every day, which we know we're not going to get. So what about if I tried to get a floater and learn how to do a floater every day? You know what I could do? I could say, okay, folks, good morning, Tuesday. It's a beautiful morning out here. The 3rd day of a wave a day, May. Awesome, folks. Now, as you know, you're going to see me surfing today, but the focus this month is to learn how to do a floater. So for the next 4 waves, I'm going to focus on floaters. Check this out. And then it cuts to these futile attempts at getting floater. Is that what you mean, Bill? I kind of like that idea, dude. Taser, I do, but a vlog is a video log of what you did. It can show everything you did in the month, including a wave a day. Yeah. But Taser, to put the opposite on that, the vlog from every day, a vlog about surfing, that is the thing that I'm doing that day, surfing. That's why I don't do anything. That's why you don't see any other video, aside from my daily vlogs, you don't see any other long form vlog when I'm doing a wave a day. It's because that's what I am doing that day. It literally takes the whole day. Or are you trying to stay niche? I'm definitely trying to stay niche within that playlist, for sure, for sure. All these ideas you're having, they're at least worth trying. Try it and see what works. Michael, I love the screenshots I've taken. I love this concept. Having a very strong narrative is a great idea, B. Yeah, Michael, yeah. And Bill says, yeah, exactly. That tells us what you've learnt, what works, what doesn't. Yeah, okay, Bill, yeah. Yeah, man. Dude, I've never seen you in the chat before. It's nice to have you. You've come through with a banging comment, so I appreciate that. Floater keeps making me think of something else. Yes. We've got floaters in Bondi Beach, which thankfully I don't surf at. So a strong narrative, longer form video, less cuts. So if you've got an angle from the beach, just show it. Don't show both angles, just show one. Less editing, so make it a bit more smoother. More sounds of the ocean, more point of view footage. People have asked for that. And more expression from my voice of paddling and... Okay, yeah. All right. And the song. I think I'm going to stick with the same song. It's too difficult to swap the song out every day. Or is it? Is it possible to do a rotation of 5 songs? We've done 6. You know what we can do? We've done 6 different songs so far. So let's go through the cycle each day with one of those songs. It'll be like a throwback. Every day the song will change, but it will be an existing song that's happened on a wave a day previously. We're getting through things now, folks. Now, in the next 20 seconds before the stream ends, can you talk to me about getting another board sponsor? I'll work hard on that this week, folks. I've got to hit up some surfboard manufacturers in Australia and find that out. But I think we've had a very telling stream today. I've definitely engaged a lot of cool ideas, and I'm kind of pumped for May now. Come on, bring on May, right? Wetsuits. I went out for the surf with a wetsuit for the first time yesterday. It's getting cold out there. Bring it on. May the 4th. It won't be May the 4th. It'll be May the 1st. What? May the 1st be with you? Get out of here. Floater. Yeah, there you go. This has been great, folks. I appreciate each and every one of you for contributing to this conversation. And thank you so much for the super chats today. That was very, very kind of you. All of you who donated super chats, I appreciate that. This does help. No doubt about that. I can hear my outro music rolling, folks. I will see you all on the stream next week when we can talk a little more about the board sponsor situation. I will work hard this week to that. Maybe we'll have some news. See you then, folks. Cheers.